Hi cupcakes, good morning. I'm going to walk you through the steps of making the easiest cupcake. So this is my dried fruits. You can also add almond nuts for the dried fruits. You can also add coconut shavings. One thing about fruit cake is you have to go crazy. You can go crazy or you can keep it simple. So here I am using raisins. I don't know if you know dried raisins. When you go to any big store, you ask them for dried raisins. This is my dried raisins, 500 grams. I soaked it yesterday night and see it has already swollen like 12 hours, or okay, if I'm right, 16 hours, yes, and it has already swollen. So I soaked this in Chivita red grapefruit juice, sorry. I soaked this in Chivita red grapefruit juice. So you can also soak it in brandy or rum or any alcohol. The reason I soaked it in fruit juice is because I don't need to preserve it. Also, I don't need to preserve the fruit cake. One thing about fruit cake is it gets bad easily, right? So if you want to preserve your fruit cake, you can soak your dried fruits in rum or brandy or any alcohol. But I soaked this in red grapefruit juice because I don't need to preserve the cake. I am going to eat the cake that same day. Most of the reason we add alcohol is because of the preservative. Since it's fruits, it gets bad easily and very fast, unlike regular cake. Do you get? So the alcohol is to act as a preservative to ensure that the cake doesn't go bad as fast as it's supposed to go. So this is 500 grams of dried fruits, dried raisins. Then after you add 500 grams of dried raisin, you will soak it in alcohol till it covers it well. The reason the juice is small is because the dried fruits has absorbed the juice already. Do you understand? So here I have 500 grams of butter and 270 grams of sugar. So for this, you can also edit the sugar to 300 grams of sugar. Then I have 10 eggs here. Yes, 10 eggs. Fruit cake eats egg like mad. Fruit cake eats egg. So I'm going to cream my butter and sugar. I'm going to walk you through the process. Don't worry, these are not all the ingredients. I'm going to walk you through the process. So let me cream my butter and sugar now. So I'm done creaming my butter and sugar. I don't know if you can see it. I'm done creaming my butter and sugar. So now I'm going to add in the egg. Okay, I'm sure we know how to cream butter and sugar from our basic cake recipes, but this is how it should look like. Then I'm going to add the eggs. Like I said, no need to go crazy so much at making fruit cake. You can keep it simple, you can do extravagant, but let's keep on going. So the first step, I'm going to add 4 eggs. So I'm going to add it 4, then 2. I don't know if you understand. So I'm going to add in 4 eggs. Mix at 1. No need to overwork it. Then I'll add the next 4 and then 2. I've added the second 4 here. This is the last one. So for the flavor, we are going to be using 2 types of flavor, right? You can actually decide to use other flavors, but I'm going to be using butterscotch flavor and dark vanilla. You can also add You can also add any other flavor you want. The point about flavor is you can go crazy with flavors, right? But don't be mixing different flavors. How would I put it? Don't be mixing flavors anyhow. Like now, I already know that butterscotch and vanilla goes together, so that can work, right? So I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of each of them to our recipe. I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon. Then I'm going to fold it in. So as you can see, I've already switched to my spatula. I prefer spatula to wooden spatula. I don't know why. So you fold it all in. Make sure you get all the edges. Now, for our flour, I already sieved the flour. I don't know if you can see it. I already sieved the flour. This is 567 grams of flour. You can add 500 grams, but I decided to add 567 grams. I'm sorry, 570 grams of flour. Then I added a teaspoon of nutmeg to it, just to give it that extra tint of spicy. Then I also added 1 tablespoon of baking soda to this mixture. This is already sieved. Do you understand? So now we'll be folding in batch by batch. Okay, as you can see, I've already sieved out. I've already removed the dry fruits from the juice. It doesn't mean we're throwing the juice away. It doesn't mean we're throwing the juice away. So I just want to add small dried fruits here. So I'm mixing it. This is not enough. Not enough. So as we're folding in, we'll fold in everything together, right? This is the rest of our flour. I don't know if you can see it clearly. This is the rest of our flour. So as you can see, you just keep on folding it in. We'll add some extra dried fruits. Is fruit cake. I want to add some of the juice, but you can decide not to add. So I just added a little. I don't know if you saw that. I added a little juice to it, as you can see. Butter looks kind of thick, but this is the consistency we want. You can see that our butter is looking white. So there's a trick to it. We're going to add in, our butter is looking kind of white, so we're going to add in browning. 1/8 cup of browning to this. So the browning gives it that brownish color that you see in fruit cake. So you can always make sure as you are folding it in, you are reaching the under of the cake, so you'll be able to mix everything in together, right? Make sure you are reaching the under of the cake and the edges, under of the pan, sorry, and the edges. So I want to add some extra juice. I don't know about what you do. I like my fruit cake. I want to add some extra juice to it. It's to make it a little bit light, but that's my preference. That's my choice. Okay. As you can see, our butter is ready. Our butter is ready. So our butter is ready now. It's ready for baking. So I've already lined my baking pans. I lined this with flour, and I lined this with parchment paper, as you can see. So this is also lined with parchment paper. So for 5 inches, the ideal measurement for 5 inches is 500 grams, right? So if it goes a little overboard, then that's okay. But the ideal measurement for 5 inches is 1. So our oven is already preheating. But for this now, our remaining, don't forget our remaining dried fruits, right? So we'll just spread it out a little on top of all of them. So for this one too, we're going to do the same thing. We'll just spread it out. So remember when I said you can go crazy? So people will still add apricot nuts. You can still add apricot nuts. Apricot nuts, sorry. Almond nuts. You can add cashew nuts. You can add lemon. Some add 1 lemon on top. So you go crazy with your nuts. Almond nuts, cashew nuts. So I had some coconut shavings that is left. So I'm going to add it on top, just a little, as you can see. So I'm going to add some coconut shavings on top. Coconut is also a fruit, right? So our oven is ready, so it's time for us to put it in the oven. Just take a look at how it looks now. Take a look at how it looks now. So when we put it in the oven, so we have 3 size 5 pan and our mini loaf pan. We have 7 sides for this recipe. Okay, so this one is out of the oven. I kind of left it in the oven a little too much, but it's out of the oven. See how it looks. Okay. Here's our fruit cake. You can see our beautiful fruit cakes. You can see them looking good. I have to break this hot. As you can see how nice it looks inside. Okay, so the large pan is ready. One of the 5 inches pan is ready, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, this is what our fruit cake looks like. So my hands were thoroughly washed for this video. See how beautiful it looks like. Oh my god. Oh, you can see it's looking really beautiful for a cake. Okay, this is hot. And my point is, see how fine it looks. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe for more recipes. Thank you so much.